cracking.
Welcome back, everybody, here to your coverage of the D2CL. I am Toby1, your host for the English live stream tonight, as we go into game number 2 of Na'Vi going up against Team Reno Tinkerino, after Team Tinker had themselves a bit of a problem in game number 1, mainly just finding their feet when they got completely knocked off it on that top lane. Let's see how it goes here in game number 2, as it's a whole new world, was what we're going into at the moment, apart from the first pickup from FNG. So the Doombringer again slips through the pool. Team Tinker, they'll ban out both the Mirana as well as the Sky Wrath Mage. They're removing out one of Havor's favorite heroes, which we saw in the last game. And Prophet and Lycan will be the ban out from Na'Vi again. So FNG not really changing up too much.
Team ban.
And he has to do the Lycan anyway. They're over on the dire side, Team Marino. And going over to always contest Roshan is not something which I think Na'Vi want to try and invest into. So, for now though, the next set of bans going very, very quick, but the Enigma as well as the Death Prophet, this time she won't be ignored until the 5th ban. She will be banned out very, very early on. And the pushing power of Team Reno Tinkerino is just taken away. Primary reason too, because they already have a Jakira on the field. There is, however, the option to go into the Pugna, if they want to. And then there's still Luna, there's still Enchantress, or there's this guy. Wraith King. Great hero to have over on the dire side. Large amount of life leech allows you just to get in there and just really just stick it to Roshan. The other major upside of him is the fact that you've got a lot of stability and potential for an aggro tri-lane. When you're able to run both the Wraith King and Jakira together, just need a +1. One extra hero that has some control as well as some damage, and you can normally contest most lanes. You'd want to have a range hero, however. Because you got Liquid Fire Harassment, so you can normally bring down anybody you come up next to. The other option is you could go for something like an Ancient Apparition pickup. Would be nice up against the Doombringer's Regeneration, which saved Funnick so many times during the last engagement. But the Regeneration main thing comes in when you hit your level 6, of course. Until that point, it's just a Chilling Touch bonus damage, which you'll have a lot of time to hit when you got a Hellfire Blast. It's only level 1, so a little bit of control, but that works when you got Nice Path and a Liquid Fire, or Dual Breath as well as Liquid Fire. That's tick damage as well as slow, both on attack speed and move speed if you use both of them together. So, a lot of options for Team Reno Tinkerino with their first couple of pickups. While Na'Vi, they kind of boxed themselves into a bit of a corner. Funnick played the last Doombringer. They're not completely boxed in though. Dendy can play Puck, Funnick can play Puck. They actually pick up the Ancient Apparition themselves. I don't know if it's semi-denial or not, but either way, it looks like that aggro tri-lane, throw it out the window. The Bat Rider has now arrived for Team Reno Tinkerino. Could still be, but doubt it. The Wraith King will probably be farming up on the safe lane. Pinecat will take the hands of that one and leave Sing Sing for the Razor, unless they switch up that a little bit more and Sing Sing doesn't play the Razor role in the mid. Na'Vi still got to find themselves a nice choice they want up against that Razor. Having both a Doom as well as a Puck, not the most amazing heroes to bring down the Razor. They'll need something a lot more than these two heroes.
5 seconds.
Someone that can actually dish out some good damage into that Razor. Almost feels like a bit of an OD game, but no one's playing OD these days. Bit of a sad thing. Vengeful Spirit from FNG instead. I say FNG, Havos did play a core Vengeful Spirit last night. There were certain gifs made about his interesting plays. But I'm a massive fan of having it over on FNG. So it can be his support, Ancient Apparition with a buff up. And again, you can see almost like a very similar lane run out here from Na'Vi. So you'll have like Puck in the middle lane, the Doombringer on the safe lane, up against a Bat Rider. Never really the greatest situation to be in. But with an Ancient Apparition and a VS, if they can get the rotations off, you can already hurt your teammate. You can already hurt your enemy. So that's what it's all about. Win the aggro tri-lane, and then turn into just an off-laner that can survive. It can be anybody you want. Or they can just run a Doombringer, put a Lunar on the safe lane to farm up, and then the Ancient Apparition, the VS, will zone out the Bat Rider. That's your other approach to this. I wonder if Team Reno Tinkerino thinks they're going to start stacking up like that. It's very difficult to read their lane, so they're going to... I am really feeling the Lunar in this game. But they might decide to go for something a little bit safer on the farm. I don't want to suggest Nanny Mage. It could actually work in this draft. Great hero up against the Wraith King. just burn the crap out of him. A Naga Siren would be another option too. While you don't have the mana burn innately built into her, you do have the ability to go Diffusal Blade. And it's a good controlling ability over heroes like Batrider, who try and just push themselves away, but the Naga Sleep or the Ensnare can control them. But Na'Vi only have one more pickup, and Pyket's only got one more ban. He doesn't have much time left for it too. So see if either of the heroes which are flanking in my mind are flanking in Pyket's mind. As far as something he needs to remove from this game.
10 seconds remaining.
So the time counts down. 6, 5,
5
4.
seconds remaining.
Pyket make a decision. The Earthshaker. He's assuming that's actually going to be a core Vengeful Spirit then.
Ban.
With the Ancient Apparition there. It is a high potential, but FNG, he can go any route. I'm thinking a lot more standard as far as the lineup goes. But Na'Vi might be trying to make a bit more of a point here. At the same time, they're not really in a position in the D2CL where they can make said point. They're 3-2 at the moment. That will actually give... If they can win this game, they'll take third position. There's still a lot more games to be played out. So third position isn't really set and secure. But they will be moving themselves into the top 5. And that's where you need to be. Number 1 position goes directly to DreamHack Bucharest. And with the changes, because we had to cancel the Chinese part of the D2CL, the changes mean we take another 2 teams. 2 teams? 2 teams. Yes, 2 teams from Europe. And we'll have 1 coming down from America. So 4 teams in total get to attend the LAN finals in at DreamHack Bucharest. And 3 teams will represent Europe. And when you got Empire, Tinker, Power Rangers, Na'Vi, Alliance, Fnatic, virtus.pro, Cloud9, we got a lot of quality coming our way. And a Leshrac pickup now from Team Tinker. So Batrider could actually be moving up towards that top lane. Potential to run Pycat as the core Leshrac on the safe lane is there. But you have to force the towers with high levels in Liquid Fire as well as your Edict points. And going high points up in Edict, I don't know if that's really what Team Tinker want to be looking for. Because if they start doing that, then they're coming in very close range with that Leshrac to a lot of killing potential from Na'Vi. And there's still more hero. There's still one more hero to pick up here for Na'Vi. So what's it going to be? Is it a core VS? Or do we go for a little bit safer and we go for something more along the lines of Animage and Luna? The world is his oyster. But it seems Na'Vi is a little indecisive about it. Again, another team eating into a lot of their extra time here. Just trying to work with that Leshrac too, like if you could try and do something else. Because Jakiro, Wraith King, and Leshrac can all run cores. But you don't really get the perfect synergy coming out from like a Jakiro and a Leshrac support combination. That's the reason why I was flagging that the Wraith King may in fact just be a support hero. And you run that Leshrac as a core instead. So he uses his Hellfire Blast as a setup. Leshrac can always just be like that follow-up stun after Wraith King says, now I want to go. And it's a co-op. It's a co-op? So a Doom Havorst? Yeah, Funnick on the puck, Dendy on the co-op, and Doom Havorst. With the support VS given to Vanscore. So FNG will actually play the Ancient Apparition in this game. While as far as Team Arena Tinkerino goes, this isn't going to completely reveal their lanes up, and I have been noticing Team Tinker switching a little bit. I'm not going to say as far as like lanes go, because we already knew that. But mainly as far as like heroes, once you get yourself inside the game. But no swaps at the moment. But if they are going to stay the way they are, that's going to be a Pycat, safe lane Razor, Sing Sing in the middle lane, and then a roaming Jakiro and Leshrac, which could just buy space for the Razor to farm this time around. That was like a really major problem for Pycat in the last game. It wasn't just the fact that he kept getting ganked and killed. It was the fact that he was zoned out of his lane so heavily that there was no way that he could actually find farm. Even if he wanted to. A plasma field from range was probably his only way he could find farm, and even then that was rather risky. Alright, so Denny's back inside the game again. So, who have we got where? We got Denny actually... Yeah, look at that switching. Look at that switching. Oh, wait, no, this can't be right. This can't be right. Yeah, there we go. Name's the wrong way around. FNG is the Ancient Apparition. And Dendy is the Queen of Pain in this game. Been a while since we've seen Dendy play an Ancient Apparition solo mid. And when I say a while, we're looking back like a year and a half for Dota. Like, that's a long time ago. Actually, not that long ago. Makes it seem like we've been around forever. Alright, so Na'Vi gonna roll out. 5 heroes towards the north. Why not when you got an Ancient Apparition? If they get themselves into a fight, he just pops the Chilling Touch and off they go. And I've also don't want to stick around here forever. Stout, Shield, Tango, Healing Salve. Team Reno, Tinkerino gonna try and go for an aggressive move here. No. Cornford's heading to the off lane. Team Tinker are gonna batten down the hatches on the top lane. And it will be EGM. Is he in a full support role? Pykat's gonna go the solo mid. Yeah, and Sing Sing will be farming up on the top. EGM's still got some, like, they've all walking around with 3 tangos. It's survivability at its best. But just how effective this lane's gonna be, they've already got their pull point watered out. So there's no way to really stop that pull from happening. And Vanscore and FNG, they've got smoke already over on this Ancient Apparition. So Vanscore would love a kill.
The battle begins.
Pykat's going to be a rather difficult target to get, though. Especially with the Ancient Apparition, because you don't have 2 great controlling abilities. Because all you really got is, like, the Chilling Touch bonus damage. So you got to get a kill, but you sacrifice your control time. And your Cold Feet really isn't control time. Now, Vanscore's going to get some nice illusions. He could technically just move them up and block up these camps. But he's going to hold them all together. So now we would have a little bit more of a aggressive presence on this top lane. And they should be able to get him. Problem is he's having EGM blocking up his easy camp. While Pykat... oh, hang on. This isn't the way he wants to start off this middle lane. At 151 life points. And he's only got tangos. The second Denny gets Blink, I believe he has a kill here. He's just looking for a secondary Shadow Strike, and Pykat now has to keep his distance. It's actually the worst start you could have to a lane for how much you're burnt. And there you go. Static Link does absolutely nothing in this scenario. On the Shadow Strike, there's your Blink for Dendy. Shadow Strike's ticking the Pykat down. FNG's just a little bit too far away. If he Chilling Touches and moves in, gets 1 attack, and then he blinks into attack as well. There's your salve. So I clicked on him when I saw the salve? No, he didn't have a salve. It's the courier. Yeah, courier over in the tree line. I'm like, what the hell? That salve was not him. I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping. They're bringing 3 heroes in there, and Denny's just like, wait, hang on. He's back up full life. Sorry, false alarm. Vanscore did move over, but there's vision already coming out from Pykat. He's a long way down, and FNG's got no extra control apart from walking in. This is his only level of control. While Avorse inches his way closer. He's looking to leech the experience. That's all he really wants. And he can find a Dark Troll Warlord Summoner. Even just devouring that now for the experience and gold is well worth it. Yeah, down he comes. Boom, boom. Got it.
Double damage.
Now Vanscore with the DD runes coming to bottom lane. Coinfa doesn't have vision of this. The Observer Ward doesn't see inside the river, which means Vanscore. The Puck Orb, a little bit off target. They need the Orb as well as the Magic Missile to connect to Vanscore. Okay. He started to attack, but then realized he's a little bit too close towards that tier 1 tower. And could be punished for it, so just backed up a little bit more. It's a lot more passive in the early game. Avorse just leeching on the top lane. Bulba and EGM not really doing a lot to control him in this lane. And sacrificing themselves a little bit. Only a little. It's not a huge amount. Like, Vanscore's done a lot of his rotating too. Same with FNG. So they're not finding much experience as well. It just seems like the support's getting crippled to make sure that these core lanes can really work. Sing Sing's at least working. 14-6 for his lane. But Dandy, 12-11 up against a 5-for-1. It is not Pykat's night. It really is not Pykat's night. Now Dandy jumps in. Stings straight away. Screams as well. And just forced him back. There's no consumables here, which is the reason why he's being so aggressive. He's also got 2 points up in that Shadow Strike, so Pykat's going to drop very, very low on the way back. But he is going to get back, which is the important thing for him. So this Liquid Fire is being very ineffective up against Divorced. Normally you'd say that anyway because she got Scorched Earth. But Divorced needs to reach that creep wave. He doesn't know where the secondary supporter is. He doesn't know... okay, now he does. EGM showing himself in mid. He just needs to get close enough to devour one creep. Because right now he's just wasting time on his devour cooldown. Yeah, see, he just walks in, tries to get the denial, but he knew this would happen. Dual Breath, Liquid Fire, as well as the Hellfire Blast. Divorce pops the Scorched Earth. He doesn't have life points. Another reason why he's trying to be defensive. But he saw some monies. And he dove for some monies. And Divorce now feeds on the offlane. 6-0 now for his CS. And Sing Sing walking around with only an assist. Money did end up going the way of the Jakiro. So nice bonus goal for him. Already bought his boots. And could actually be looking for some arcanes as well. That's a pretty damn good record. 11 for 3 when they pick up the Doombringer. At the same time, when you get a Doombringer through the pool, I think you're already feeling pretty confident to get a good result. It's kind of difficult to screw up a Doombringer. The only time I saw a Doombringer screwed up, and I'm pretty sure that's actually one of the losses of Na'Vi as well. That's actually WEC, I think. A little bit of Hellfire Blast and Divorced. With the Dual Breath as well. Doombringer just trying to run himself away off this lane. Advance Score now comes in for the stun. They do still have this Troll Net, which is available for Divorced. But there's 3 more heroes that are around Sing Sing. And the only follow-up is Vanskor. He's already used both of his abilities, and no more mana to use them again apart from a Wave of Terror. And that's not really that terrifying for this lineup. A little bit of chip damage, but that's all. There is the negative armor aspect, but meh. Funny's trying to force this bottom lane out. It's like Koiv has just abandoned it to go farming inside the jungle. Lost again. Real trouble for him on this top lane. Team Reno Tinkerino able to get the kill again. And that's now the second death for him. While on bottom lane, Funnick still trying to force this tower. Not really the fastest tower pusher in the world. He can take care of creep waste, but beyond that, not much more. It looks like it will be up to Funnick to hold on to this top lane. Without a Divorce there, in fact, Divorce just said, screw it, I'm going jungle. He walked most of the way before Funnick TP'd him. Okay, that actually adds a better perspective to the stat. The fact that you do actually have a, well actually that's a negative win rate. Coming in there for Doombringer. But Na'Vi have a very good success rate with him. Koiva. Farming to the bitter end. Brings down the Satyr. Brings down the Centaur. But he's still a little bit short of having that Blink Dagger up and running. But we're only 6 minutes in, I'm saying that. Like, that is already a win-win right now for Team Reno Tinkerino. Now, it's not through just flash farming of towers. It's just the fact that he's just gone straight for it. Like, it's just basic boots and then into a Blink Dagger. No Tranquil Boots required. Just backed himself up and he'll have a lasso as well once he levels up. Once he actually takes the money he requires to get that Blink Dagger. Funnick. They need the triple stun combination to bring him down. The Hellfire Blast won't connect. EGM stun's really difficult to land on a puck. And you can't really say to a Jakiro, cast your Ice Path now and catch him out completely. It's like VS ended up actually catching at the Batrider. Long way in. That's my bad for not watching for that. And Pycat, at least, well, he's going to have his bottle. But this is a 7-minute bottle in for Pycat. 10 for 3, up against a 39. Look at Denny's denies. 39 for 30. Now he jumps up. Sting, Scream, Sonic Wave. Vanskor needs a stun. He needs that stun to get the kill here. It won't be there and available. Which means Denny has blown his ultimate without getting a kill. Vanskor just a little bit too far away. Still only a level 2 Shadow Strike. Another kill going the way of Na'Vi. Just dragging the kills back bit by bit. As this non-attentive caster seems to be missing more and more. 3.8k now over on the net worth. Vanskor's moving in. The Observer Ward from both Diaside as well as Radiant seeing him move perfectly. And Bulba will not put himself in jeopardy. While the Smoke Gank movement coming out from Pycat as well as Koifa. Searching for some level of opening. And they want it on Divorced. Because he's finally found his space in the bottom lane. He does have Doom available. So Team Arena Tinkerino should be careful about jumping in on this. Especially heroes like Batrider, if they don't get their Firefly off in time. It's only a Blink Dagger available. He's going to find FNG. Blink, Lasso. Pykat's too far away for this one. He's going to come over with a Plasma Field. They need to keep the Sticky Napalm going as FNG tries to cut through the tree line and through the small camp. But unable to get himself away in time. But there's still a smoke gank coming out from two cores. And all they pick up is an Ancient Apparition while Lavorce continues to free farm on bottom lane. And looks like he is going to be building into that Midas. Yep, there's the purchase already. Nice little double damage rune as well, sitting on top river. So Dendy, he's going to give a bottle charge over to Funnick as he comes up. Actually, maybe even two. And then grab the DD rune himself. And they're looking to Pycat. Vanscore, he's got swap available, but lost the vision on Pycat, so he couldn't just swap him straight back again. Not to mention that range is rather small. So he needs to be very obvious with his movement up into Pycat, if that was really going to work. And Funnick again. This Observer Ward's going to work overtime for him. He does have his Dream Call available. But maybe he doesn't want to battle up against a Jakiro right now. Jakiro's still got 750 life points he's got to get through. That's a lot to work through. Lavorce still doesn't cast this Doom. He's just looking for his one last hit so he can pick up the Hand of Midas. And then just bathe in the gold like Scrooge McDuck. And he's going to get support coming in from Vanscore. Now there's no Observer Ward watching his movement here. I'm actually pinging at the fact... Okay, the Courier's being watched at the moment, but only by the Radiant Observer Ward. Not at the time when I was looking at it, but just before. Is this Observer Ward just watching the movement of items back and forward? Alright, so Lavorce does have his Midas. They've got to do something about his farm. They've really got to do something about his farm. If this keeps going, the Doombringer, which they shut down nicely in the early stage, will have more farm than the Wraith King. As Sing Sing doesn't want to do anything until he has the Blink Dagger. He's got Midas to start with. He needs to get to point blank range on the heroes like Puck to force out the phase shift. So then he's capable of getting that Blink Dagger hit off. I wouldn't be surprised if he just aggressively blinks on Funnick here without actually throwing the stun. And yep, there it is. It's only the orb to start with, didn't actually bait out the phase shift, but he did manage to bait out the movability of Funnick. And with the lasso from Koipa, VS swaps him down to silence the stick charges. This is not what they thought was going to happen here. Denny will move up. Sing Sing, he's trapped, but he's got a reincarnation. But this is a level 1 reincarnation, not what he wants to have go off. The Ice Path comes up, controls Denny, but the Sonic Wave kits on Bulba and Sing Sing. Vanscore still on the front lines here. As Denny will blink himself a little bit further away to safety, stuck inside the tree line. They can't get him out until he blinks off cooldown. No one had a tango, no one had another way of getting through the trees. So Funnick will start taking care of this off lane. But a foul gank there by Team Arena Tinkerino. And the first use of the Blink Dagger, first showing of the Blink Dagger. Also using that lasso with the Batrider, not coming up with any joy their way. And FNG's managed to find his level 6 too, so Ice Blast is now going to be added to the mix. FNG's still looking for a target to throw it on. Like, he could throw it on the Jakiro, but it wouldn't be much use. I think he was hoping for EGM, but if they want to crack on EGM, then that Doombringer needed a way to get himself in range. To one, get the Doom off, and two, to actually give some follow-up damage, or else that Ice Blast won't really be enough. That's a lot of stacking coming in for Koipa. This time around, though, he won't be able to get it. The line looked good, but won't work. Vortex, blink in by Funnick. He does have Dream Call, but doesn't require it. The Ice Blast will be used. He just blinked himself in, and, Volvo, please. Volvo! What you do? What you do? At least we got to see the quick kill on the Jakiro. And that's going to screw up his, well, I'd say his progression, but really at this point, Bulba's already been fairly crippled. I love the fact, too, that I'm completely perfectly fine connected to the live stream this time around, but the game's going to drop this time around. What the hey? Life can never be simple, can it? Never can be simple. I don't know if everyone else dropped, too. No, there would have been a lot of spam going up inside of the chat, so it looks like it's just me for the moment. If we have to, we'll switch over to Dota TV. And that'll be fine. But I want to make sure, if we can, we'll get some audio into the game for people to watch and listen. Alright, file reconnect on one time. And let's see if we get on second attempt. This may not be as successful if we can't even launch ourselves in. And it actually looks like it's going to be our live stream that's dropping. Internet connection is totally gone. So as far as local recording goes, well, this is not going to be a great thing. We might split up our broadcast here just for a moment until I work out the details for it. As it appears... Oh, no, we're coming back up again. We're slowly trying to reconnect back in again. But for people on the VOD, you could sit there going, Toby. Crashing on the live stream. Alright, yeah. We'll split up the VOD here. I'm gonna see if I can get myself back in again. So, yeah, stay tuned everyone. We'll be back.